Welcome back. Today is day 2, and we're talking about the past you. Now, you may have heard this definition or this saying before, that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So I do believe it's important to look at our past, reflect on it, learn from it in order to get the results that we really want in the future. So I first want you to think about how long you have wanted this. How long have you wanted to get fit and healthy? Okay, has it been years? How many years? I know for me, it was years. So no judgment here. I get it. And then how many times have we tried to get fit and healthy in the past? Again, too many to count. So think about how long you have wanted this, how many times you have tried to get fit and healthy in the past, and then what have you tried? Okay, what different programs, what different things have you tried to implement before in the past that didn't really pan out? Okay, and what have you spent, whether it's time or money, on those different things? All right, and then in looking back on what you've tried, is there anything out of there that worked for you? Anything from those, even different parts and pieces from different ones, if you had tried many like me, if there's different parts that you did like from those programs, from those plans, that seemed to work, or work to a degree, or that you enjoyed, what are some of those things? Okay, and then what didn't work? What did you hate? Why do you think it didn't work? Why do you think you failed at it? Which is not you that failed, it's just the way in which you were implementing those programs, those things. Different things will work for different people. So don't ever feel like you're the failure. If you keep trying different things and keep moving forward, you are not failing. So the fact that you are here right now listening to this is proof that you are not a failure, and that we just have to find the right things that will work specifically for you and your own lifestyle. So that's what you do when you examine the past. You're discovering different things that did not work well, different things that you did not like, that didn't work for your lifestyle, and maybe different parts and pieces that did, and we can expand on those and learn from the stuff that didn't work. So think about that and think about why you feel it didn't. And that's where you have to get honest with yourself, like really honest with yourself, why you didn't think it worked, okay? And what got in the way. And I like to do this by actually drawing on a sheet of paper, or if you got a journal, like I had mentioned in video 1, to get a journal and write down your thoughts on your future you, okay? And dream a little with that. And then now you can move forward and talk about the past you. And if you draw a line on your paper, right down the middle, okay? And then on one side, you are going to write what tripped you up, what didn't work, things that threw you off track, threw you off your plan, things that get in your way when you're trying to get fit and healthy, okay? So you can list all of those down on this side. So for example, you might have things like you got injured, barbecues, celebrations, family functions, different emotional events that occurred, because for me, those things all occurred, and plus more. But things like getting injured, I had runner's knee before, and so I just completely stopped doing everything. I had to heal, so I needed to rest it. So I didn't do anything, which is not a good thing. And then on this side, we're gonna write down what we could have done and what we will do in the future when those events arise. So, like for me, or for you, when you get injured, you don't have to completely stop everything. You can focus on your nutrition. You can do different exercises and things like that. Going to barbecues and family functions and events like that are usually in our culture surrounded by food. Maybe you yourself bring a dish that's healthy and that you love to eat, so you know that there's going to be something there delicious that you can indulge on and still be healthy. But there's more tips that go along with that too. So just write down different things that you think would work for you. On emotional events, whether it's something tragic or something little. I was a big emotional eater, and yes, you might have over here, different emotional things that may come up for you. And then on the other side, you might start writing like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk instead. But there's other things that you can do too. So that's why I do encourage you to make this list. And in working with me, we also come up with different things that could go along with that. So yes, you could go for a walk, but for me, being an emotional eater, not really focused on my exercise yet, I wasn't really going to go for a walk if I was craving food because of an emotional response to something. So instead, my way to get through that was to, yes, I would still eat. So I was still an emotional eater, but the things that I was choosing to eat were a lot better for me than that. And no, I didn't go from eating chocolate to carrot sticks right away. It was finding something sweet that I could eat when that happened, and starting there with that baby step. Now I would go for a walk or a run or something like that instead, or use different tools that I have when things like that arise. But so it's all about finding these little steps along the way that lead us from things that threw us off track to things we can do instead. And the point of thinking about that now is to make that decision before it happens. Because if we decide now what we will do, we're more likely to do it because we already have a plan. We already know what to do when things like that arise. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that little exercise. I know that's probably a kind of chunk of stuff to take in today. So you're going to think about how long you really wanted this. Okay? How many times you have tried in the past, what you have tried in the past, what you have spent in either time or money on those things, the different parts from them that worked, that you enjoyed, and the different parts from those past things that didn't work, and different things that have thrown you off course in the past. So be honest, dig in, reflect a little, take a couple minutes right now to really jot these things down, because as soon as you turn this off, life is going to get busy and you might not come back to this. You might mean to, but you probably won't. I know, been there. So right now, shut this off, make that list, think about your past, really reflect for just a couple minutes. It doesn't have to be all day. Or you can think about it while you're doing other stuff today about things that trigger you. All right, thank you. Tomorrow we will be discussing the present you and bridging that gap from the past to the future, okay? And the plan you can take. All right, took up enough of your time. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.